Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ya, hey ya, oh. Personal reflection sheet, ya, hey ya, ya, hey ya, ya, hey ya, hey ya. Reviewing the past, ya, oh, me, ya, oh, hey. Hey ya, 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 hey ya, ya, hey ya, hey, him, hey ya, him. Hey ya, ya, hey 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 ya, ya, hey. Hey ya, me ya, ya, hey ya, ya, hey ya, ya, hey ya, ya, him. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, mein Bart die Zwiebel reinzuflechten, ja, hey. Hey, ja, 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 hey. Hey, ja, hey, ja, hey, 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 ja, hey, hey, yeah, yeah. When we don't respect ourselves, we are not ourselves. When I have things in the shadow that I don't want anybody to know, I might be more prone to keeping myself in the shadows too, not allowing anybody to find out about me. Shame affects us. Focus on environment are important because here, welcome to the soul searching experience. Here it is all about following your heart and living the life of your dreams, meaning decoding human behavior. We are going to figure out why you do the things that you do and why you don't do the things that you say you're going to do and why do you do things that you don't want to be doing, because nothing, no behavior happens for no reason, meaning every behavior has a reason, a cause underneath of it. And what I often see is done wrong is when a behavior wants to be changed. When you want to change a behavior, you are looking at the behavior and what to do to get rid of that and replace that behavior, but not about the deeper cause. And this is what I've been spending a decade finding out, of trying to study these invisible forces that make behavior occur. Because if it's really just about the action, it would be so easy. And frankly, it is so easy. All you gotta do to change your life is the actions that you take each and every day. If you clean up your speech, you clean up your act, you clean up how you dress, you find a way to get the resources to look the part, and then you do things that financial advisors do each day, whether you're certified or not. You can help people with their money and you're going to become that. And eventually you can become certified. What I mean by that is actions are what changes you. If you stop taking the actions that a drug addict would do and you start taking the action that a healthy person would do, you are going to heal and become a healthy person. It's the actions that define us, who we are, how we show up in life. It's the actions that define who we are and what we do in this lifetime. So all you got to do, and that's the exciting, empowering part, all you have to do to change your life is to change what you do, is to change your actions. And it really is that simple. Now, what's complicated is that you gotta take the right actions in the right way, at the right time, likely in the right sequence, together with other people who are also taking the right actions for a long period of time. And there is a lot that goes into you being able to take the right actions in the right way. And there are lots of invisible forces that are affecting you. And that sounds so mythical and so challenging. And that all sounds so mythical and so challenging, but it is true that invisible forces are affecting you. What, you don't believe that? Well, whether you're happy or not, that affects you. Whether you're feeling love or not, that affects you. Whether you had enough sleep or not, that affects you. Whether you're hungry or not, that affects you. Whether you're really dehydrated or not, that affects you. None of these things you can see. Well, inside of you, you probably can see them in some way, for sure, but like they're really invisible and they're affecting you. Gravity, radiation, as I said, love, altitude, all of these things affect you. The moon, the stars, the position, the time of the day, what time it is. Like all of these things do affect you. Your level of hormones in your body. Whether you have some kind of deficiencies. Heavy metal, whether you're poisoned or not. Whether you're isolated or not. Whether you express yourself or not. Whether you feel your emotions or you shun them away. Whether you believe about yourself that you're capable or not. There are lots of invisible forces that are affecting your action-taking ability. Now it is true that all of what you need to be focusing on is taking actions. That is true. But then what happens if you can't take the actions? Where is the advice on that? And this is what I'm intending to bring to the table. Because I don't really see I see a lot of how-to, and that's amazing. And we are so fortunate that we have the how-to teachings on basically how to manifest your dream life, how you do it. It is great. So I don't need to teach you anymore how to. Maybe in the specifics of like if this then that for sure. But this is exactly what I'm specializing on. Not the how to, but the what if. It's like, but I know what I gotta do, but like what if that? Or the but this is happening to me. The nuanced understanding of all of that. Because it is true that in order to change your life and to live the life of your dreams, all you gotta do is take the right action. Now that sounds so simple, but there are also a lot of actions that you gotta take, and more importantly, there are also a lot of systems that you gotta maintain. And you gotta make sure you maintain the right systems. And when you're dealing with shit like the bathroom constantly leaks and your car doesn't work and the dog has a tick on the belly and needs to be brought to the vet because the dog has a tick, then you gotta find out you're not really getting anywhere in life because you're spending your time maintaining. When you spend your time cooking food, cleaning up, washing your clothes, taking care of the kids, that's all honorable and honest and important work, yet it's just for maintenance. Well, taking care of the kids, you're investing in your children's future, that makes sense. But you're not really building the life of your dreams. You're not. You're just maintaining. So, investing in your children, probably that would count towards the life of your dreams. But everything else, cooking food, cleaning up, cleaning the house, although it's important, what really matters is that you get the result done, that you have a clean, organized place, that you have good, nutritious food on the table. How you get there, that's where your creativity and your ingenuity and your strength shows up to get the outcome in a way. So, and that doesn't need to mean that you need to hire somebody. One of the solutions that I found that was very good for me is to just get a steam boiler. So you get to steam the things, so you get to steam your food. And first of all, it's more nutritious. And I'm not saying that you absolutely need to do that, I'm just saying that can be one solution. Another solution is to just actually eat good food, or to bulk prepare and freeze it, or to share. One time I cook, one time you cook with your neighbor. And you're like, well, I'm not gonna ask my neighbor for that. Well, you wanna really look into that. It's like, is that just your ego? Because you're too proud of actually asking for help, or is it really not feasible? I'm not saying it's not. Maybe it really isn't feasible with the neighbors you have. But then there are many other options. You see what I mean? I'm just saying, it's like, for you to live the life of your dreams, it's about the actions that you take. And one of the lessons is that to really take the right actions. If you're just busy cleaning your house and then you feel good about yourself, you're going to lose in the long run because you haven't achieved anything. And not that life is about achievement, but if you're not happy with where you are, you got to put your time into actually creating the life of your dreams. And that probably has to do with doing some meaningful work, and that has to be built, right? Because frankly, life is not so complicated at all. Like, you gotta sleep, all right? You will live somewhere, so you have a nice and organized, clean environment that needs to be maintained. Then you have people around you, including family and your spouse. And then you have a few systems. You may have a car or transportation, you may have clothing, as I said, food preparation. You're gonna have probably like taxes and these types of systems set up, right? You're gonna have an email and a calendar and all kinds of digital tools and maybe all kinds of physical tools. So life can really get complicated if we're not clear of how actually the life of our dreams we want it to look like. That's why it's important to actually really look into how we want to live the life of our dreams. Hey ya ho, hey ya ho. That's why it's very important. That's why it is very important for us to really live the life of our dreams, right? And to do the right things, because in order to really change our lives, all that we really need to be doing is to take the right actions. But so then you may ask, what happens if I don't know what the right actions are or what I don't want? Well, then you got to get clear of like what you want. And it's not so complicated. It's really like, okay, getting clear of like what are you going to put into your body for nutrition. That's important. And then knowing yourself, like what are going to be systems, how you want to express yourself, where you want to live, what kind of environment, right? Because after all, life is going to be pretty similar across humans. It's like you get up, you're going to do a morning routine, and then you're going to start doing meaningful work. Right? And at some point you're gonna take in some nutrition, you're gonna spend time with people, you're gonna defecate in between, eat some more, exercise, and maybe you wanna engage in some hobbies or some music, but like that's really about it, right? Everything else is like when you go on holiday and travel and all of that, but it's like this is the basic system. It's like where do you live? What do you put in your body? What do you do for work? And who do you surround yourself with? That's pretty much it. What do you surround yourself with? And then outside of work, what are you going to do? Like, how are you giving back to society? Is there some kind of hobby for self-expression? It's like, how is that going to be?